Looking for race number 3, and it's coming up to the line right on time there. Additional runner in this one is number 62, Steve Siren, number 62, an additional runner in this one, and an amendment to the programme. Richard Smith rides number 33, not number 31. Well, this is the final heat of the first leg of the 250s. John Dormer showing dominance at the moment. What's going to happen in this one? Kevin Lanchester should be well away in this one. And then Terry Giles comes into that first turn. Very tight on this. Kevin Lanchester come around that turn. And Richard Smith gets up on the inside. Look at those three. You've got to put a pocket handkerchief over them as they come round that corner and across this finish line for the first time. They're really giving it the big one round there. Nobody wants to give or lose an inch. Look at them coming up there now. Terry Giles really giving it all he can. He's doing everything he knows to try and hold on to that lead. Richard Smith's got on the inside there, and it's hell for leather until the checkered flag. Terry Giles just gets a few yards ahead now from Richard Smith and Kevin Lanchester. Those three meaning the business this afternoon. Terry Giles really does mean it though this afternoon. He's got that look in his eye that he really means business. Right down the corner, Richard Smith do everything he knows to try and come on terms, but he can't catch Terry Giles. They go into the last lap. Kevin Lanchester in third. Stephen Siren in fourth. Turn then for the last time. Terry Giles, another nice line, pushes a little wide though. Richard Smith cutting up on the inside. It's a mad dash to the finish, but Terry Giles gets it from Richard Smith in second place, then Kevin Lanchester, then Stephen Siren, and then a bit of a gap back. Numbers 176, 96 and 43. Well, keep swatting away with me 500, with me Scintillator 600 programme. And an very impressive lineup there tomorrow for Grasstrack fans. More about that later. This is race 29. Rob Wilson and Vince Jones then, previous race winners, they go in this one. Tim Bennett and Jason Jennet are shot into the lead. Another scintillating start from Tim Bennett. He's well taken. Yamaha machine. Round the turns, drifted a little bit wide. Tim Bennett's going to let him up on the inside this time. I'm sure Rob Wilson's through there. They come up there, still Tim Bennett, Jason Glennie just holding a slender advantage from Rob Wilson and Vince Jones, but Tim Bennett mows right up. He really meant to go past him that time. Round the wrong turn, much tighter line this time for Tim, but no, he's drifted wide again. Rob Wilson guns it up the inside. That Yamaha fails the next up, leaping out in front. The Golden Beach win, challenging hard in second. And Richard Colin back on in third. Tim Bennett, Jason Jennet. Jason Jennet, that is the time when he's expected, and it's Tim Bennett is looking as if he's going to drift wide again, and Rob Wilson again challenges on the inside. With just one lap remaining in this battle, it's Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie from Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. Is Rob Wilson now going to show that he's only in place? That's the count. Rob Wilson, Jason is fast down that left straight. And he puts Tim Bennett into his straight down this turn. Tim Bennett's got that same line again, but I think he needs to be tighter. This is the challenge. The challenge is on, and up comes Rob Wilson on the inside. It's going to be close, but it's Rob Wilson and Vince Jones that get there from Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie. An impressive second place for them. And a long way back to Richard Colin Blackburn in third. Jason and Ian Holmes take fourth. Dave Steer and Ian Whale bringing up the rear. Official result in a moment. Time. Tim Bennett gets away first. Jerry Adams right up there behind him. And then Gary Jackson forcing his way on the inside. So, an interesting line-up here. Tim Bennett on the very side line. Making Gary Jackson and Kevin Jarvis really work hard in second place. Then it's number 55, Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock in third. Then Eric and Trevor Colvin in fourth.
and then Pennyhook and Darren Bartholomew bringing up the rear. Well, Tim Bennett then really showing he's back on form. Blows a bit hot and cold, this boy, but he goes to bed early enough on a Sunday night. Right well on Monday. Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie leading yesterday's winner. Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. So Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie's taking some victory spoils this afternoon. I know that yesterday he was caught napping on the line in the final, but he still made his way up to third spot in there. Just makes Gary Jackson work hard. As they start their last lap then, well clear. Well, not well clear, he'd like to be a little clearer than that. Gary Jackson seems to pick up the drive on the inside round that turn, but he's not quite there yet. Tim Bennett losing ground. I think he's tiring. Gary Jackson's there just waiting for the moment to pounce as they come down to the line. Who's going to get it? Tim Bennett, Gary Jackson. Tim Bennett it is. Gary Jackson in second spot. Then Jerry Adams and Sean Pittock. And now this battle for the last place. Off they go. Race number 14. Down this first straight, it's very level pegging down there, but 2-1-4, John Wilson goes into the lead. In the middle of that lot, not quite knowing where to go, I think. Fantastic first ride, but he's got a lot of work to do now as he comes up through the field. He's past Julian Phipps, he's past 165 Jason Jennet, and brings himself up into fourth spot. Looks like he slipped back to fifth spot and could be sliding back to sixth spot if he's not careful. But 2-1-4, John Wilson's got the lead from number 8, Vincent Kinchin, then 1-2-1, Alan Harmer. What's Jason Jennet on the inside of Alan Harmer there? Can he get through? Those boys not in battle. Julian Phipps goes out with trouble into the centre green. That's bad luck for the local man. Still he ain't got far to push the bike home tonight. He'll be alright. Round the turn they come then. 2-1-4. John Wilson from number 8, Vincent Kinchin, 1-2-1 Alan Harmer, 1-6-5 Jason Jennet, then number 3, Chris Tritton, then Mike Trevett, then Robin Hilton. Bringing up the rear there, 3-6-9, Paul Randall, but out in front, where it counts, where it's best to be. Nothing being thrown at him, he's flat out and on his way. Taking that last lap flag, it's 2-1-4, John Wilson from Vincent Kinchin. Vincent Kinchin won a race there earlier, and John Wilson's previous race was third, so he's improving, and unfortunately Vincent Kinchin's gone slightly backwards. So these are only the finals that count. Chris Tritton fighting through again there now, up into third place, past Jason Jennet, but he's drifting wide. Jason Jennet comes up the inside, Chris Tritton goes down. Chris Tritton goes down. So a fallen rider on there, but the race going to 2-1-4, John Wilson. Five, 2-1-4, 65, 888, 620, 201. No other finishers, 1 minute 43.51, this lot are away. Couple of wheelies off the start line, but they're going in 179, Simon Gittings goes into the lead. Chris Dix fighting hard on the inside. In second spot, and then Vincent Kinchin going right round the outside of Chris Dix to take second place. Now sizes up on Simon Gittings' rear wheel. Round that turn they come. Flat out stuff, 179, Simon Gittings leads. Number 8, Vincent Kinchin holding second spot. Then Chris Dix, then Dean Norton, then John Cook, then Mike Webster. Pulled out down the bottom there. Not sure who that was, but we have certainly lost one on the bottom turn. Well, the action's getting fast and furious on the front line. Simon Gittings still holding on to that lead, but Vincent Kinchin desperate to take it from him. Chris Dix a comfortable third, consistently in that sort of position, should make his place into the semi-finals quite easily. Simon Gittings then in the lead. Vincent Kinchin challenging hard around the outside this time. The last lap flag coming out in front of them. Whoa. Simon Gittings throwing the bike across the pathway of Vincent Kinchin, closing the door on him. Simon Gittings winding up that bike, but look at Vincent Kinchin trying to go around the outside. All eyes on the front line there. That's where the action is. As they enter the last turn, All our time, it's 179. Simon Gittings leading number 8, Vincent Kinchin. Vincent Kinchin very tightly nips up the inside there. Will it be enough up the line? Very close, but no, Simon Gittings gets it. Vincent Kinchin takes a creditable second. And Chris Dix takes third. John Cook in fourth. Dean Norton in fifth. Away they go, the A final up the first straight. And it's not Grasstrack yet, it's Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall. And just look at them old boys go. Leading the field into that first turn. And who's that powering around the outside? It's Robbie Wilson and Vincent Jones. Look at them coming on that turn. Three abreast almost. But it's Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall from Grasstrack and Paul Uriich, then Rob Wilson and Vince Jones. That's the way they head round that turn. Grasstrack goes wide and up goes Rob Wilson on the inside, but not quite. But he's let Nevill get away. Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall leading the field. Eased up a little bit round that corner. Paul Randall's almost off. Never realised that Paul Tracker on. What a fantastic bit of racing that was. And Grasstrack just didn't believe his luck. Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall. And Nevill slips off again. Oh, he's just showing off. He's like a fall off and beat you, Mr. Ing. Look at him go. Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall. They must have broken the handle off that outfit. He's off again. He's not going to leave no room for no Grasstrack up the inside of that bike. It's number 2, Nevill Penfold. And Paul Randall pulls right off the side of that bike. Just look at him getting down to it. There's no way Mr. Ring's coming through the inside of me. If Ring wants to win, he's got to go round the outside. It's Nevill Penfold. Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall are coming round and Grasstrack's catching up and Neville's nearly lost it. Neville's really hanging on for dear Lord now and Grasstrack comes up on the inside. 2 more laps to go. Grasstrack is confident outside line. Can he get there? Cuts back now for the inside, but Nevill Penfold squirting the motor on. Neville's away, Russell's up the inside and Grasstrack goes through. Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall, their hearts must have sunk when that lilac and pink flash went past. And Nevill breaks down. And Nevill started going again. He did put his hand up, but it's come back on strong. Bad luck there for Nevill. He's really in for a trying time there. But Rustling and Paul Uriich showing they're the masters, pulling away from the rest of the field now, walking away with it. What a brave try there by that crew, Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall. Their hats need to be taken off. Hats need to be taken off to them this afternoon. There he goes with the second flag. It's a win for Rustling and Paul Uriich. Unbeaten all afternoon, and also winning the Kim Blackmore and Martin Heel trophies for the most consistent rides of the afternoon. But take your hat off, ladies and gentlemen, to Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall.
It's the first of the third leg, and look at the lineup. We've got 2 riders on a maximum only. They both go in this one. I'm talking, of course, of Stevie Schofield and Jeremy Doncaster. It's those 2 that break together going down that back straight. They've got a tremendous lineup in this one with them as well. But it's those 2 that I feel the scrap is going to be the first to go to that race. Pete Reid is up in the 4th. Well, 2 maximums, as I said, coming into the third leg. Who's it going to be that holds on to the maximum between these 2? Ready races, Jeremy Doncaster holds the lead from Stevie Schofield in second at the moment. After Donkey every inch of the way, down that back straight they go, and Jeremy Doncaster still holding that lead, but only just from Steve Schofield. Into the top end they go for the third time. Massive cross, high to hold the on the last bend, or was it Castle look over his shoulder saying, well, perhaps I'll save it for the final. He looked over his shoulder. Great riding from Stevie Schofield. Glenn Cunningham moved through in front of Darren Pearson. But what a great ride. It looked good on paper, proved to be exactly that.
So the last of the first leg of sidecars. Anxiously looking at the start line to see if one outfit can get left. We've only got 3 goes into that first corner. Coming out of that first corner, as you can see, John Hiscock and Shane Lapham, the only survivors of that first bend. We look to see the consolation final for the national solo class, and what a lineup this one is. If you look at the riders going in this lineup, those of you that missed it when I read it out earlier on, they are number 14, Peter Lloyd, number 8, Vince Kinchin, number 22, Darren Matthews, number 135, Jonathan Sims, number 38, Dave Wright, number 758, Mark Chesel, number 165, Jason Jennet, 203, Stuart Williams, 179, Simon Gittings, and 231, Roy Sizemore. What a tremendous lineup. That would be welcomed as a final at any open descender event. I'm sure it's an equally good lineup at any regional restricted event. Indeed, nice to see a consolation final containing so many of the top riders. Which one would you pick to take this one as they get away from the line for race 35 in your programme? It's going to be a fight to the line. Roy Sizemore again has made a brilliant start. He really has got his machine out of that start line this afternoon. Second place now and moves through on Roy Sizemore to try and get the lead, looking perhaps for the white helmet of Stuart Williams. Moving through now, has got himself up into third. A brilliant top corner from Stuart Williams. So it's Vince Kinchin and Stuart Williams to get away. Dave Wright has moved up there on the inside as well. And Stuart Williams, the white helmet with the red leathers, you can see now in second place. Well, this looked good on paper and it promised to be a good one. It's proved to be exactly that. Peter Lloyd is up there in second. That's the black leathers of Peter Lloyd, number 14, and he challenges for Kinchin on the inside. Peter Lloyd moves through on the inside. Going into that pit corner. They close right up coming out of that pit bed. Remember, this is only the last lap flag they take this time, so we look forward to one sensational last lap. Stuart Williams has lost contact with them. Needless to say that we've lost Stuart Williams. There you can see that Peter Lloyd's got problems as well, so Vince Kinchin is going to come round to win that B final. Kinchin is that crosses the line. Well, for perseverance, he was the one that had trouble earlier on today. He's come through and won. Simon Giddings gets second, Dave Wright in third, and Peter Lloyd just coasts across the line in fifth place. Well, all afternoon riders have been fraught with disappointment with machinery problems. Vince Kinchin started the day with problems. He got enough points to make sure of a place in that B final. He just missed out by only 2 points in that A final, but he wins the B.
We really are back on now. There's Jeremy Doncaster then who leads from Trevor Banks. Sitting in third place is Richard Master, and behind him it's Gary Lobb, then Gary Lloyd, and then Paul Pratt, and then Phil Ashcroft. And the start line now the inside, Richard Musson challenging Jeremy Doncaster, but the Reading racer holds him off. Third Reading from Bellevue. Everybody's avoiding him, so he's okay. It's Jeremy Doncaster then who wins. Joe Ranks in second place, Gary Lobb in third. In fourth place, Gary Lloyd. In fifth place, Phil Ashcroft. And behind him, number 81, Paul Pratt. Here we go then, race 14 gets underway. Steve Schofield in the middle, there's Rob Fortune making another super start. So Rob Fortune then up in front. Steve Schofield in an unaccustomed third place, and let's see what Vincent Kinchin in fourth. Meanwhile then it's Rob Fortune going superbly out in front on, now we have a red flag. We have a red flag. Berks Bonanza solo B final. And a motorcycle news jacket to go with that nice prize money at the end of the day. So here we go then. And up through the middle, number 69, Thierry Allaire making a good start. And it's Thierry Allaire who's ahead of the action at the moment and powering down the back straight. Coming through to second place there. So Thierry Allaire from Andy Riley. And these two already starting to pull away from Peter Lloyd in third place. Gary Lobb coming up into contention. Richard Musson right at the back must have really missed the gate because he's got an awful lot of work to do now. Looks like mechanical problems, and Andy Riley closes up on the leader. So it's Thierry Allaire from Andy Riley in second place, from Peter Lloyd in third, from Gary Lobb in fourth. Behind him, number 31 comes through, Colin White. So then, the battle's on up there, and Andy Riley closes. So it's Thierry Allaire with the advantage, Andy Riley in second place, and they're very, very close together indeed. Gary Lobb gets up to third, and Gary Lobb could spring a surprise on the podium. Peter Lloyd in fourth place, coming right behind them. So on the far side is Gary Lobb coming around Andy Riley. On this last dash on the bench, Thierry Allaire leads. Gary Lobb's going right the way around the outside. Andy Riley up the inside. Who's going to get there? Thierry Allaire gets there. Gary Lobb in second. Andy Riley in third. In fourth place, Peter Lloyd. In fifth place, number 106, Dave Steen. And then Gary Lloyd. At least that's the way it seemed to me. But let's wait for the official verdict. And an unhappy Richard Musson, clearly with a problem, crosses the line. Here we go then, the big solo final of the afternoon. Steve Schofield versus Joe Screen versus Marvin Cox versus Will James versus Rob Fortune versus Clayton Williams, Trevor Banks and Paul Hurry. What a field, what a race. This is race 33, the Berks Bonanza solo A final. Here we go then, the revs rise, the gate goes up, it looks like a clean start, we're away, it's Schofield on this inside, in the middle is Marvin Cox going for it, Will James going with him. And it looks like it's Marvin Cox and Will James trying to go for up the far side. Will James is second place. And Joe Screen comes through. And it's Joe Screen, in fact, who's in front now as they come around towards us. So it's Joe Screen then with the advantage. It's Marvin Cox in second place. Will James in third. Steve Schofield in fourth. And behind him it's Rob Fortune. So then, Joe Screen, the favourite in the press for the event. So it's Bellevue Speedway leading pool because Marvin Cox is in second place. Look at Scurry coming through though. So it's Joe Screen from Marvin Cox, from Steve Schofield, from Will James, from Clayton Williams, from Rob Fortune. And Trevor Banks in trouble. On the far side, it's still Joe Screen way out in front, but the pressure's still on from behind him. Marvin Cox, Steve Schofield in that order, then Will James, then Clayton Williams, then Rob Fortune, then Paul Hurry. And it's one more lap to go, and it's Joe Screen still there, but Steve Schofield in second place. One more bend to go, and it's Scurry looking for second place. Coming around the outside, Marvin Cox is still in there. Joe Screen's going to get there. It's Joe Screen who wins. Who gets second? Side by side, Steve Schofield and Marvin Cox, and then Will James, then Clayton Williams, and then Paul Hurry. Well, what a good race from Paul. The course was right alongside Rob Fortune. Whew, some difficult decisions there. They're away. Ivor Matthews gauging well again. And Ivor Matthews has got out in front, but the pressure's off. So it's Ivor Matthews, Alan and John Blewett right there with him this time. Ivor Matthews round the outside, Alan and John Blewett. And coming up through the middle, then the pressure. So it's Ivor Matthews, he's still there, he's hanging on grimly. Alan Blewett and John Blewett have dropped back to third place, and in fact look in trouble. They look as though they're going to drop back again. So it's Richard Piggott who's challenging. Ivor Matthews then, Richard Piggott tucked in behind. Piggott goes again, tries that inside line that isn't there, and it's Ivor Matthews in front. Richard Piggott in second place, Nevill Penfold in third, Alan and John Blewett in fourth, and then Russell and Paul Randall. And Richard Piggott nudging along there, really looking for a gap, trying to make a gap, but Ivor Matthews is hanging on in there, and Ivor Matthews is still there. So look at this, on this bend, who's going to get there? Piggott tries the outside, Matthews on the inside, locks up momentarily, Piggott comes around the outside, it's Richard Piggott from Ivor Matthews from Nevill Penfold, from Alan and John Blewett, and then Russell Ing. So then, the Masters winners have got ahead of the field. Now let's see what they can do. So then, number 92 it is, it's Richard Piggott and Martin Bailey. And look at the challenge coming on for second place as well, because Nevill Penfold's having a go. It's Richard Piggott and Martin Bailey who are going to win. Ivor Matthews and McDowell's in second place, Nevill Penfold and Paul Randall in third. Then Alan and John Blewett, and then Russell Ing and Paul Randall.
Well, one of the old timers in this one is Keith Beard. He used to ride with Dennis O'Callaghan, left-handed, many moons ago. Riding number 13, their old riding number. And they're away, and it's Dave Collins off to a good start. Dave Collins and Andy Peck there is three or more bunched together. Wayne Boyce in the lead, another one of our centre riders. So I think we've only got about 3 centre riders riding 500s, and they're not disgracing themselves one bit. Wayne Boyce holding second at the moment as they go into that top bend. Out of the corner comes Mr. Peck, followed by Wayne Boyce, and Beard bringing up the rear. We think it's Alan Peck in the lead. We're not sure of his Christian name, but it's Alan Peck in the lead from Wayne Boyce. Then Dave Collins, and then Keith Beard, the old timer, really enjoying his 500 sidecar racing. They used to do left-hand sidecar racing many moons ago, back in the 60s with passenger in Dennis O'Callaghan. You remember that one, Martin? The only justice says, yes. As the leader comes out, it's now Dave Collins takes the checker flag from Wayne Boyce and Alan Peck. Keith Beard. Well, they're not hanging about. It's a lovely track to race on.
Now some of them Colvins about. Then 350, Ian and Jason Holmes. So he's going to be busy if he was on with Wayne Boyce in that last race. And we've got 878, Richard Jennet, and I believe Nick Walters. Only see 5 outfits on the line, so I think we are missing Richard Jennet. Here, what's this? There's some wet stuff on my window here. You've got your umbrellas up. What's going on out there then? I want to get a job in the dry like me and Don and Anne here. Off they go then. Down the first straight, looks like Ian and Jason Holmes at break first, but Bob and Paul Braceby are hard up the inside. Holmes second into first place. Holmes boys trying to go around the outside. to beat then from Bob and Paul Baseby in second place, then Ian and Jason Holmes in third. And then Andy Glennie with Kev Bovis. I think that's Eric and Andy Colvin at the back. Going to be enough to get there. Terry Adams on the Godden V twin from Bob Baseby on the 1000 ZX10 Kawasaki. Terry Adams, Sean Piggott then lead from Bob and Paul Baseby in second place. Those two very tight together. A little gap then to left back. Bob and Paul Baseby hard up on the inside there, trying their hardest to get that lead back. And they had it before they overspun on the first turn. Eric and Andy Colvin now ahead of Andy Glennie and Kev Bovis. Well, the last turn for the last time, Bob Baseby really pushing out on the inside. Very, very close. Terry Adams just gets there. Bob and Paul Baseby in second place. No love lost between those two. They was very close on the line. Ian and Jason Holmes, a comfortable third place for them. Eric and Andy Colvin then. And bringing up the rear, number 15, Andy Glennie and Kev Bovis. And away we go then with race number 42. This one we get Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie, Eric Colvin and Andy Colvin, Jeff and Dave Winch, Wayne Boys and Jason Holmes, and Bob Heath and Dean Bartholomew. And number 245, Mr. Nunn's place being taken by number 32, Kevin Simmons. Having said all that, there's only 4 outfits out there, so that first man to get in. Tim Bennett now takes up the lead. Rosemud and the Winch brothers behind him. Then we've got Wayne Boys. And Eric and Andy Colvin then bringing up the rear. Well, very slippery, but best riders will still win, and Tim Bennett and Jason Glennie are doing just that at the moment. Coming around very, very slippery, slidey across that very slippery corner, holding on to second place. Third place then going to number 3, and then number 91. So Eric and Andy Colvin make up a place. And Wayne Boys and Jason Holmes hanging on there in 4th place. So racing somewhat slowed by that sudden downpour of rain, and Grasstrack once again takes the hammering from the weather. Last lap then, Tim Bennett, Jason Glennie, well clear of the rest of the field. Second place the Winch brothers. And Eric and Rick Holmes tap the boards and roll over. Both get it out, they both seem okay, there's no problem there apart from they've got to get their bike off the fence. And then Wayne Boys and Jason Holmes bringing up the rear. It's in there.